Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic Gathering online league. We're back once again with Eldrazi Ramp on the play for game one. No changes to the list just yet. That will be in tomorrow's video, where we will have some changes, cutting one Urgas, cutting one Chrysalis for two Ancient Stirrings, updating the sideboard. We will keep this hand. This is solid. I will keep, play Stomping Ground Shock, Utopia Sprawl on red, and pass, and pass. Opponent passes. Another Chrysalis, do like the look of that. Cast Airghast, green, red, and colorless. Resolve Chrysalis. And opponent lets it all resolve. Okay. Fetches with the Marsh Flats. And we do have Airghast next turn if we do untap with it. Though seeing Shadowy Backstreet makes me think that maybe this might be Blink, in which case then a White Orchid Phantom would be a problem. But for Writhing Chrysalis already on board, I'm feeling pretty good. Having a second one in hand makes it even better. Well, there's the White Orchid Phantom. We did anticipate that being an option. Fascinating. Yes. A little bit confused, but we can make this work. Pretty sure taking the Airghast would have been correct. 2-4. I'm gonna fetch with a Misty. I will grab a Stomping Ground Shock. And knowing what we know, I think I want to keep my spawns. Because these Chrysalis can get very big very quickly. Alright, go to combat. Attack with the Chrysalis. No reason to sack right now. Down to 15. And pass. Swamp. Ketramos? Will you play the Ketramos is the question. Ephem. Okay. What do you hit? Interesting. Going after the colored sources. Even one that doesn't generate me 2 mana. Are they that scared of Kozilek's return? I'm a little bit confused by this. Maybe someone can explain it to me. Maybe they're thinking that, well, if they just keep me offline of red, then I can't cast the Airghast, which, like, they're technically correct about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm off by 3, just hard casting it. Next turn we have Worldbreaker, though. And then 2 relatively big Chrysalis. Also looks like Moto might be having a moment today. I haven't looked at the Discord. I'm not sure if maybe the lag is back. All I know is that this trigger is taking like a good 10-15 seconds to resolve. Let me take a look. Alright, that finally resolved. 15 seconds later. Grab another forest. Oh, Jesus, yeah. This. Alright, let's take a look at the Discord. General chat. Someone just goes unplayable. Oh, that doesn't bode well for today, but we'll feel it out. I mean, I can kick a Myco spawn. So we can go 2, 4, 5, 6. So we have 4, 8. 8 minus 2 would be 6. We don't have enough for Mega Spawn and World Breaker, but Mega Spawn would get us 2 Breaker. Do I kick or not's the question. Do I want to be protective of these spawns? I don't think kicking here is going to have a significant impact, to be honest. Though actually, yeah. So I'll go like this. I'll grab a commercial district. I mean, if they want to keep me off of red, they can continue to try. So, commercial districts, surveil trigger, command on top, go to combat. Like, I don't fear taking 2 damage here, but you should fear taking, how much is this? 2, 4, and then plus 8, 12. It's not lethal yet, but next turn it will be. So lethal is officially on board. They can re-EFM this if they want. Are they going to go after the commercial district again? Wild. Okay. Yeah, we'll grab the last forest. Alright, opponent. You've officially taken out all of my red sources, so return is now offline until I find a talisman. But I also have command. I feel like I can just absolutely wreck you next turn. Opponent is holding up 4 mana. That's scary. Alright, friend, I mean... Oh, I shouldn't have searched, right? However... I am tempted. So... I could Airghast. So 2, 5, 9 versus 2, 4, 7. Yeah, I think we'll just go World Breaker. I don't want to attack in, have them hit me with, whatchamacallit, an EFM. Float white. Black, white. Aven Interrupter. Okay. Interrupter's fine. Can't cast it this turn. So lethal is now on board. You have to block these Chrysalis. Like, it's not an option anymore. Unless you have his Solitude. If you don't block, then I just feel it's bait, right? And we do not go for it. Right now we have 4, 7. So even just sacking a spawn pushes us into lethal damage. So if they don't block, I think sacking a spawn might be worth it. One just scoops it up. Cool. So blink, win for game 1. Let's run it back. We'll bring in return, cut Crystal, or cut 2 Karn and an Airghast. That seems right. We'll be on the draw, so Gemstone feels correct. Alright. On the draw, I mean, a lab or temple makes this hand really good. I'll keep it. They roll down to 5. That's fantastic for us. Knowing what we're playing against now, we'll grab a forest instead of a stomping grounds. Go Forest, Utopia Sprawl red. Godless Shrine, Thoughtseize, Aether Vial, that's fine. Trigger. Didn't see anything I wanted. Yeah, kind of ugly. Probably want to go with maybe District. Cavern of Souls is kind of District is okay. Windswept Teeth might be fine. I think either District or Mycospawn, but I'm feeling more District. Rainforest Fetch. For a Forest Sprawl on red and pass. Again, a good top deck of a lab or a temple would be ideal, so we can go Chrysalis on 2 again. Damn Sphere actually doesn't hurt me here all too much, I'll be real. That's fine. Another Sprawl. Well, can't do much with that right now. What I can do is go Malevolent Rumble. I mean, we can go Temple or we can go Forest Sprawl. I think going Forest Sprawl is correct. Forest Sprawl. Red and pass. Two cards in hand. A Flicker Wisp would be unfortunate. Skyclave, similarly unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Draw. Quarter. Chrysalis triggers. And pass. And pass. So right now we have 6 on board. So we can't go Devour just yet. Shadowy Backstreet, 1 unknown in hand. They did take up the 3, which tells me they might have an Aven Interrupter in hand. That'd be my guesstimation. Draw. Gemstone would be 7. Do we want to play Devour right now, though? Is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, there's no reason not to, right? We can just press our advantage. So play Gemstone. I will sack a spawn. Trigger. Trigger resolves. Sack a spawn. Trigger. And go to exile the Skyclave. Go to combat. Not sure if opponent's thinking or if Moto's lagging. Okay. Exile, we get an illusion token, go to combat, attack. I'll put him to 12. 1 damage off of lethal, so we can generate a spawn, we win. So Malevolent Rumble or Command wins us the game. Okay. And opponent scoops it up. Good stuff. Clean 2-0 win against Blink. We'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. Good luck, have fun. We can keep this. And then reveal Devourer. We're looking for ideally a Temple. Temple would be good. That way we have Command X2 on 2. Reveal Devourer. Trigger. And there's a lab, so yeah, we'll take the lab. I'll play a Temple and pass. And pass. Beseiju. Yeah, as soon as I saw that, Amulet Titan came to mind. A little bit frightened. Let's see what we can do. And pass. So we can X2. Next turn we can kick a Myco Spawn. That'll definitely help, but we're not out of the woods yet. Okay, so they're gonna go for Beseiju. Thankfully, that's fine. Pick up the Beseiju. Yeah, this is actually okay. Oh. Spelunking and then pick up the Beseiju? Yep, there's some growth. This way they can do it on my upkeep. Rumble. Or not. No escape shift. Probably grab Saga or Mirror Pool. Grabs Forest. Okay. We will command. Tempted to get rid of the spawn. I think I need to dig for answers. Unfortunately, the spelunking means a ghost quarter is no longer great. Bottom, draw. Well, there's the ghost quarter, speak of the devil. Draw. Karn. Okay, well, Karn is interesting. Right now, they only have the ability to do so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Like, we could just go Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we wouldn't have enough. We go Torpor Orb, sure, but that's about it. So I think we do just go with Myco Spawn here and get rid of the breeding Artisanic Growth Chamber. Also, yeah, from what I've seen, people are definitely complaining about the lag. Each interaction taking roughly like 5 seconds to resolve. This one taking even longer, closer to 10. 15? Ooh. 20. Oh god. Okay. Oh, are we gonna lose another 20 seconds? Yeah, this might be the worst it's been. Like, the searches were bad before, like, you know, 15 to 30 seconds, but at least each interaction or at least each trigger was only maybe so long. Do we put Jukabog here? I mean, that gets rid of Saga Mirror Pool. I'm not too worried about that right now, though, so maybe just a commercial district. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could also go Temple. I think Temple might be correct. Pass. And I don't think there's anything for us to do, so we'll just pass him full. Next turn, we still don't have enough. Another Amulet of Vigor, Jesus. Okay, well... I guess, would it have mattered? No, it would have mattered. If I got rid of the spawn, it would have mattered. I thought about it, but like, if we had spent 2 turns just drawing into nothing, I mean, that wouldn't have been good either, so I don't know. Sometimes they just have it, right? They grab the mirror pool. They make a copy of Titan now. Grab Valakut and Hangweir for a haste. Wild. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would have had a turn. That ain't doing much. Shifting Woodland. Why do that? Confusion. Am I not dead? Only 3 card types in Yard. Oh, well, okay. And a Lumra? So I think comes back. They can make another copy of Titan. But, like, as of right now, I guess they can only copy... I can only haste 3 times. Still not dead yet. 3 or 2 times. There's Lumra. Uh-huh. Oh, they can... Shoot. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is looking more and more like lethal, but... Okay, so now they need to... Mirror pool... Titan again. They'll be able to haste 2 things, right? All the triggers in the world. I'm just waiting to see how they're going to present lethal. Like, I know the line. It's just now the question of, do they know the line, right? I mean, I guess if I had done the alternative of Karn into Torpor Orb, then they would have just been left with a Titan and that's it. Would that have been better than going Sowing Mycospawn kicked? It would have at least meant that I can't lose, right? Well, they picked up a Seiju, didn't they? No, so they have a Seiju in hand. So even if I'd done that, I don't think it would have mattered, right? Because they would have Beseiju the Torpor Orb. They would have played the Talisman, played Lotus Field, and it would happen the same exact way. So yeah, it quite literally didn't matter. Okay. Short of being able to Stonebrain Titan. Yeah. Transmute? Are we going this deep? I'm so confused. For another Summoner's Pact? Okay. There's Dryad. Okay, so now you play Dryad. You'll haste the you'll make another copy of Titan. You'll haste 2. Oh, going to Lumra. Okay. Sure. Well, there's Valakut. So they found Valakut. I guess that's also true. If they just keep on copying Lumra, they can just find Valakut and then infinite targets or infinite triggers of Valakut. Yeah, that's fair. They had enough mana at that point where just copying Lumra might be correct. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I did. There was very little I could do there. Even if I had exiled the token, I would have had a turn to do something about it. Like, obviously, we knew that we were just going to be drawn into lands, but still, that's rough. All right. Oh, that is Amulet Titan. Lost for game one. Not horribly unexpected. Again, this is where the Stone Rains being at least 2 copies of Force of Vigor would be good. Be on the play, so I'll get rid of Cavern, get rid of Return, and cut a copy of Airghast. I think normally I cut a copy of Chrysalis, but I think Airghast is probably a better cut here in retrospect. Alright, on the play for game 2. If we draw into a green source, this hand's functional. But is it good, right? That's the question. It's functional, but is it good at that point? And that I'm not sure about. Because we go Temple, Forest, Rumble. What are we trying to hit there? We'll have 4 mana. Yeah, I think we mulligan this. Stone Brain, Utopia Sprawl. This looks solid. We can pitch Bog, hoping we draw into a Soul Land. Alright, let's go with it. So Misty, Fetch, Forest, Sprawl, red, and pass. So in ideal world, we draw into a lab. In any other world, we draw into just a land. And that at least lets us set up for Stone Brain next turn. Passeju again. Into Vigor. We're going to get a game 1 rewind. Opponent's thinking hard here. Why though? Interesting. Okay. Moto's thinking hard here. I haven't even done anything. I just changed phases, Moto. I was thinking about initially playing a challenge. Now I'm glad I'm not. Okay, so we don't want to play Stone Brain, risking it getting Passeju'd. So we'll just District. Temple Top. And Sprawl. We'll have red, red, green, green. So green and pass. So next turn, we are guaranteed to Stone Brain something. If Amulet is not on board, we'll Stone Brain Amulet. If it is on board, then we Stone Brain Titan. At that point, we're only playing around Lumra and Aftermath Analyst combo. So we'll see what's up. And pass. Saga, trigger. And pass. Okay. So this does mean we have everything we need. Brutal. Yeah. That sure is a thing you just did. Alright, yeah. Force of Vigor. It's good. I don't recall it being in Titan's sideboard as a recent, though. So that's a bit surprising. I'll play Temple and pass. What did they exile? Fraser. Okay, that must be what they're thinking about on turn 1. Alright, once again, no Amulet. We'll name Amulet the Stone Brain. That's also why I don't play Stone Brain unless I can activate it on the same turn. I think we had like, what, 5 minutes on our opponent going into this game, and we're losing that time advantage. Wild. And, okay, Crumbling Vestige. If they had an Amulet, they would have played it beforehand. Green. Spelunking. Okay, well now they basically have an Amulet. Spelunking's so good. It's such a messed up card, though. Because now it's basically Amulets 5 through 9, or 5 through 8, rather. Picks up the Crumbling Vestige. That's surprising. That tells me they might have another Presagio in hand. So not thrilled by that prospect. Well, I will Command X2. So now the question is, do we go after Titan? I think it is correct to. Because the Spelunking now makes it much more difficult. Another Stone Brain and the Emrakul, though. Ooh, that gets interesting. 1, 2, 3. I do need to land, though, is the problem. Like, I need to end the game at some point, but I do need a land. The next problem is that that Saga is going to make constructs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to end up using at least one. Bottom, top draw, and draw Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Stone Brain. Yeah, that force really set me back. Primeval Titan. GSC in hand. And I was right about the Besiju. Look at that. The problem is with GSC 2, 4, 7, so they can 6 to Lumra. They have one Lumra. One Aftermath Analyst. Yeah, that seems about right. Alright, we're right back. That force is brutal. If we had 2 more mana, I mean, we would have been able to do that a turn sooner. We would have been able to play World Breaker. I think even Emrakul would have been on the table. Rough. They tap it for mana. So yeah, I think they're going for GSC 7 at this point in time. Goes for map. Yep. Lotus Field comes into play untapped. GSC for 6. Lumra. I mean, I think they just sacrifice the Gruul Turf and Besage, leave the Lotus Field on board. I mean, I'm just gonna pass. I have nothing I can do. Okay, sacrifice a little field, Gruul Turf. I guess just make more mana. GSC 7 or GSC 6. X equals 6 for Lumra. Yep. There's Lumra, and you hit a ton of lands. Look at that. I mean, I guess you can pick up the Boseiju. Set me to 3 forests on board. Hell, you could even crack the map for Otawara. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble, I feel. Well, we'll let our opponent do their thing. Not much I can do. We were about 1 short of Karn Torpor Orb. But we had speculated they had the Boseiju, so it would have been a moot point. We really needed a land, is what we needed. It would have at least made so we didn't sacrifice the spawn. And that would have left us for a World Breaker next turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. 11, I guess, if we had a land. Yeah, it's rough. Opponents also complain about the lag. I mean, they seem competent, but I don't think they had the win here is the thing. If I thought they had the win, then I would concede. I'm not sure they do. Because they sack... I'm trying to think. What do they have? Oh wait, if they sack the Saga... No. I was trying to think. Was there a way for them? Because now you grab T-West. Grazer. Wait, what? Did they grab Grazer or T-West? Oh, they grabbed Mirror Pool. For Lumra. So right now what they're doing... Do they have enough for Lumra Loop? Yeah, they do. So now basically they just mill their entire deck. Eventually... They mill their entire deck until they find what? Miracle will copy Lumra again. They eventually are going to need to find Dryad. There's a Shifting Wood. Yeah, they eventually need to find Dryad. So Lumra Loop here is costing them 5 every turn. Now 4 every... I guess still 5 every turn. They have a finite amount of mana or no? 6. I mean, they're going to generate... No, they generate more than 5. They generate... Yeah, so it should be... They have infinite mana. They continue to loop Lumra until they eventually find Dryad. Shifting Woodland can become Dryad. And at that point, now we just wait until they find Valakut. Yeah, I think that's more or less where we're at. And now Shifting Woodlands becomes a copy of Dryad. Yep. And now with that, you continue the Lumra loop until you find Valakut. Then Valakut trigger, and then that should be lethal damage. More or less. Yeah, we can concede here. Okay. It is nice to watch them play it out because it also refreshes me on these loops and combos. GG's. It helps me because I also play Titan. So I like watching them. It also allows for them to practice because not every Titan player knows the line, right? Clearly they did. but it helps me refresh, and I think it helps other people as they watch this video learn more about Titan and how to play and interact against it. But yeah, the Loomer Loop, basically the same thing as Aftermath Analyst, just a little bit more expensive, needing specifically the Mirror Pool rather than the Shifting Woodlands. I think it's actually, I guess the Aftermath Analyst plan is a little bit more expensive by 1 mana, but they got it. That said, not horribly unexpected. This is a rough matchup for Eldrazi ramp. Again, when I bring in Force of Vigor, I think that will definitely help, though we didn't see any of our sideboard tech, right? Their Force of Vigor, though, blew me out of the water. That was rough. That said, we'll be back for match 3. All right, and we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. The hand is only made good. Okay, so the hand is made good by either lab or, well, really it's just lab. Actually, no, yeah, just lab. Yeah, not keepable. Like we could arguably keep it. I mean, like lab, temple, rumble makes it good. Sprawl makes it tolerable. Then we're just trying to high roll again. Like it is keepable. I'm just not sure it's the best idea. So lab is the first thing that we'd want to hit, right? That's the best thing. After that, I'd say sprawl. But then we'd still need to hit a soul land after, right? So like that's right now 8. A temple's okay. It's not great. Not horrible. Like temple and rumble are like eh. So 8 hits off the top. Screw it. Why not? I think it'd be argued that we should not keep this hand, but like if we hit the right cards, we arguably just win. Mountain, looting, and oh no. I'm in danger. That is what we just learned. I'm in danger. It may have not mattered whatever I could have potentially drawn, because if they are able to, at this point in time, just go Goryos or SOL, lab, okay. Still at risk of Goryos. Looting again. Sure. Yeah, through the breach is a little bit of a tricky matchup. Definitely want to be on the play here. And us having a slow hand here is not going to do us any favors. Like I need to get rid of Ulamog ASAP. But we have no good way of doing that next turn. Like at most, we can ramp with talismans. Okay, that tells me they don't have Goryos. They had black sources. So but why would they pitch the Defiler? I guess they're just looking for a way to get something online. Also, somehow between matches, I basically caught a cold. Not sure what's up with that. So that's fun. It's been wicked cold out here, so I'm not horribly surprised. Well, yeah, like we gambled, so I'm not like horribly surprised about this outcome. If we lose, we lose. Next turn we go Souls, Myco Spawn, Bajuka Bog. Bloodstainmire, fetch, play Goryos. Like, even if everything had gone perfect for turn 2, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, put plainly, I don't think anything we could have done there would have mattered. Actually, no, that's a lie. If we weren't able to turn 2 Micro Spawn, we at least could have Bajuka bombed. I'll own that fact. Isn't it right? Okay. Stonebrain Jailer. Because Jailer does read permanents and graveyards can't enter the battlefield, so that's correct. We will be on the play, so Cavern, we can bring in a Chrysalis, run it back. And do not know what happened. Like I said, I cooked some food, ate some food, and now I was already sniffly beforehand, but now it's so much worse. On the play, so this is excuse me. This hand's too slow. A mulligan. Sprawl. Yes-ish is okay. The Soulless Jailer helps. Yeah, like I said, it's okay. It's not great. Because this stops only Goryos, but doesn't stop Yggdrasil. Nor does it stop Through the Breach. So it only stops like 1/3 of their potential game plan. I think really the only thing that... Oh no. The one thing that really sets them back would be a early Karn. I will shock here. Yeah, so sorry for all the sniffling. 'Tis less than ideal. Alright, we'll pass. I will say closing the game and restarting did help with the lag a bit. I imagine that won't last forever, but good to note at the very least. Thoughtseize. Well, there goes Soulless Jailer. Yep. Blood Crypt, Shock for Faithless Looting. Yeah, Gemstone Cavern's a hell of a card. There's a reason why we play it. Yeah, I wonder what the what the percentage is for win-loss against Goryos at this point. At least the current iteration of. I felt like the old iteration, which was more mid-range, felt better, but this version feels so much worse. I feel like it's like early Karn or bust. Well, I will imprint. And now we need to just hope that we draw well. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could choose not to imprint and try and high roll, but I think we're more likely to draw into something off the top. Okay, well, I said that the lag got better, and now I stand corrected. Talisman of Impulse. And Talisman of Impulse and pass. Alright, so we have 6 mana, so Karn would be good. So a Mycospawn would be good. K-Command. Malevolent Rumble. So we have a lot of good hits off the top here. Yeah, just between Karn, Sowing, Rumble, Command, that's 16 hits off the top. Gonna go looting again. Yeah, looting definitely boosts this deck. I don't think it's great, but definitely did. Pitching it through the reach means they're looking for a payoff. Chrysalis is okay. It's not my preferred, but it does get us to a World Breaker. Because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we'll be able to World Breaker, get rid of... I'm not sure if Crypt or Cavern is correct. Probably want to go after the Temple in reality. Because both generate black-red, so it's not really great. Another looting. Alright, did they find the threat in Goryos? Did they already have the Goryos? That's the question, because if they do, it's a GG. But if it's a Defiler, it's a GG. If it's an Aeon's Torn, it's fine. Yeah, it'd be Annihilator 6, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd be left with 3 mana. It's not great, but not horrible. On the brink of death. Pitches the Goryos this time. Yggdrasil? Faithless Looting. Okay. They just must be not hitting anything. End step. Return World Breaker to hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Alright, well. Running Catacombs. I still think that we do sacrifice both spawns here. Oh, I messed up. We'll get rid of the temple. Triggers. Go to combat. We just need to pretty much close out this game ASAP. I think the best thing we can find off the top here is going to be a command. Alright. See what you got, opponent. Because we can grab the commercial districts and from there try and find a way to get to lethal. We need just 3 damage, which isn't a high bar. Go to end step. Catacombs. District. Trigger. Sowing Ground to grave. Untap and draw. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are unfortunately short of the Emrakul. I'll attack all. I mean, I got nothing, so if we got there, we got there. Opponent scoops it up. All right. Yeah, I think they just got extremely unlucky. With that said, let's sideboard game 3, and I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got myself a box of tissue so I don't have to sniffle as much. I'm actually going to cut an Aragast here. Bring back in a Chrysalis, I think, is correct. I think for the most part I should probably just be cutting an Aragast. I think I'll go down to one Aragast on the next iteration. On the draw for game 3. Haven't hit 6 lands and 6 looting draws in a while. That was an interesting one. Yeah, that's some rough luck. Okay, what makes this hand good? We have Forest, so 9. We have Temple, so 12. Lab, 16. Yeah, I mean, we can keep this. Yeah, 16 hits off the top and 2 draws to do it. Command helps shore up the matchup against Goryos. Brain can go after through the breach. Yeah. And then all we have to worry about at that point is Yggdrasil. Maybe we go after Yggdrasil because Mycospawn can hit lands. The lane. Yeah, I don't know. I will keep this. At that point, we'll just pass. Opponent goes down to 5. I think worst comes to worst, depending on our draw, we can cycle one of these commands. I think that would be correct on their end step. It's definitely a desperate move, but I think a necessary one. Bloodstained Mire, Fetch, Shock, Thoughtseize. Kinda okay with this. They're gonna look at my hand and go, the hell? I think it might be correct to take a command here. Makes it so that I can't cycle to try and find another land if we whiff off the top. Like, I think it's still correct to do so. Like I said, we're looking at 16 out of 54. So like roughly 33%, something like that. Probably closer to 25. 25% per draw. We have 2 draws. Taking a Stone Brain, okay. That's fine. Alright, let's see what we find off the top. I said Forest, Lab, Temple. What else did I say? Forest, Lab, Temple. I think just that's it. Yeah. Because 9, 12, 16. Yep. Forest, Lab, Temple is what we want to see. Draw. We don't have a reason to show Lab, but we do have a reason to tuck the Emrakul early. So we'll play Lab. Imprint the Emrakul. Would have liked that Brain now. We'll pass. We could cycle the command, but I think it's right to hold it. Because what could we benefit from cycling it? Not much. I think we just need to hold command for X2. There's the looting, which probably isn't correct. I mean, it's correct, but it's not great here. They really don't want Goryo since we have the 2 commands. They really need to go for a Through the Breach or Yggdrasil instead. Scouting Tarn. Pass. 2 unknowns. Another Temple. Okay, this makes it interesting. Do I want to get rid of looting in yard? That's actually a good question. There might be an argument to getting rid of looting here. The only thing is, I'm trying to think, is it right to go after looting? Fetch. I think now's our only time to make that decision. The thing is, if they somehow have another looting into Goryos, we just lose. So I don't think I can take that chance. Yeah, I just don't think I can take that risk. There's lab. The trigger does give me an opportunity now. The thing is, if they looting at this point, you draw 2, discard 2. They cast it. They draw. They have 1 left. They draw 2. Huh. If they have a looting in hand, they would need specifically to hit a Goryo's. Yeah, I just can't risk it. If it's discard 2, draw 2, that'd be a different story, but it's not. Excuse me. I think I might need to work from home tomorrow. Either that or just take the day off. Jeez. They know about the myco spawns, so imprinting here is also a huge risk. I mean, they can play looting. Yep, flashback to looting. Okay. And go to end step. We'll cast command. We want a green source. Green would be good. Emrakul and a cavern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Top, draw. Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. Kick a Sowing Myco spawn. This is correct because if they have another lab imprint, they would be able to go through the breach. So we'll go after... I wonder if I go after the colorless source. We'll go after the Blood Crypt. We'll grab another temple, so that way we have Command X1 available on the off chance they're able to Goryos. Moto lag kind of bit me here. Had the looting Goryo's Emrakul, but couldn't tell which cards I clicked. GG's. To be fair, I had... Couldn't tell which cards I clicked. They had looting Goryo's Emrakul combination Oh, but couldn't tell what cards they clicked for mulligans? I don't know. That doesn't... That's confusing to me. Either that or maybe they're talking about something later. Or maybe they had the looting for Goryo's and Emrakul, but we still had the 2K commands, so that really wouldn't have done much. Regardless, we were able to get there, so I'll take the win. That said, we'll be back for match 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4 on the draw for game 1. Let's see what our opening hand looks like. We have the gemstone. We have lab. Yeah, this looks solid. The question is, do we... So we 1000% keep this, right? The question is what we get rid of for Exalted Caverns. I think you could argue lab. I think you could also argue rumble. I think the only reason why I don't choose return is because of the very high chance that we run into energy, right? I'm going to say rumble. Rumble can grab a land though, so let's say lab. And pass. Let's see what we're up against. Like, I think in most cases return's correct, but in the blind, I want to just be prepared for the if scenario. But it looks like this is going to be Aku. No, it's not. What is this? Goryo's? Might be Goryo's. Found another return. Wish we had gotten rid of the return now. Rumble. Do you have a force? You do not. Well, there's the Myco spawn. I will grab Myco spawn. And pass. Hallowed Fountain Shock. Yeah, it's starting to feel more and more like it could be Goryo's, because Goryo's does play Solitude, right? Fairly certain it does. Temple. That was the best thing I could have drawn. Especially since we saw seeing 2 temples. Jesus. Well, if it is Goryo's, you want to go after their black source. Blue, white. Raphelia? What is this? Dress down? Could be dress down. Solitude in Esper. What? Oh, that was unexpected. Uh-huh. Consign main. Could be dressed down then. Could be Goryo still. Archive tapped. Fascinating. Draw. Go to combat. Attack. And green. Colorless. Rumble. Break breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grab the breaker. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Still want to go after that black source. Opponent is going to pass back to me. Verdant Catacombs. Fetch of Verdant Catacombs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tempted to go district actually. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we can just go district. Trigger. Graveyard. Breaker. Go after sewers. Floats blue. Go to combat. White, blue, blue. Fetch of Marsh Flats for subtlety? No. You would subtlety the breaker, pest control, ley line binding. So it feels like it is Goryo's. Down to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Passing. Draw. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trying to think with lab here. If we were to sack a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can just go lab. Let's go to combat. Attack. Play lab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. No imprint. And pass. And hold out the ability to respond. Just in case we need to put a return into yard. Return World Breaker to hand. Sanctum of Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could again go after the black source. Could also get World Breaker from underneath binding. Let's get rid of the back streets. Trigger, yes. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's grab an Emrakul. Go to combat. Lethal's on board. Fetches with Polluted Delta. Watergrave tapped. And pass. And opponent scoops it up. Okay. Win for game 1. Still not 100% certain what we're up against. I have my suspicions, but still not certain. I'm gonna say that it probably is Goryo's. I don't know why, just something itches in the back of my mind. Alright, I'm gonna back like this. Alrighty. Let's wait and see what our opponent decides to do. This is match 4. Right now we're on track for a at least X1, potentially, or X2, potentially X1. Hand looks solid. We can go Forest, Sprawl, Temple, Rumble, Cavern, Mycospawn. Or if we want to kick, we can, of course, if we find another Temple. I'll keep and then pass. Opponent goes down to 6 at the very least. They keep their 6. There's Triome. Draw. Breaker. So now Rumble could find a lab, and that would be good. Pass. So then we have access to lab and temple. Watery Grave, Shock for Frog. Yep, there's the frog. So I do think I was right with it being Goryo's. Bog. I will attempt to Rumble. Rumble resolves. There's Jailer or a Sprawl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 Jailer. I think we do grab Jailer here. I think it is correct. Unfortunately, I don't have... Oh, no, actually, I do have enough. I think Jailer is correct here. Even if it means that we don't kick a Mycospawn. So it forces them to have to get rid of Jailer first. We'll play the Temple. And then cast Jailer. That way we can't just be blown out of the water by Psychic Frog, Pitch, Ulamog, Goryos for the win, right? That's if the game lets me play my Temple. I wonder if there's been any updates in the Discord. Doesn't look like it. Alright, and pass. Next turn we at least have a uncounterable Mycospawn. So yeah, assuming this is Goryo's, Jailer is correct. If it's not Goryo's, then, well, it is what it is. So I guess I should classify the last one as Through the Breach rather than Goryo's. Like, yeah, it plays Goryo's, but still is more Through the Breach-esque. I am not blocking. You just need to pitch 3. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. I'll draw a card. It is what it is. Another Rumble. I will play Cavern of Souls. Name Eldrazi. And Rumble. Grab a Writhing Chrysalis. Sowing Mycospawn. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I could go with Commercial District to set up the next one. We also could go Sanctmavugan. We currently have 6 in Yard. Yeah, Sanctmavugan might not be a bad idea. And let's get to an Emrakul. Let's go Sanctum. And pass. We can have a blocker for Frog. Fetch of the Marsh Flats could mean... Okay, Shade Backstreet. I was thinking maybe a Leyline Binding. Well, looks like not. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Then we set up for Emrakul. White, blue, blue, Faithful Mending. So yeah, definitely Goryos. There's the Atraxa and the Ulamog, sure enough. Another Atraxa. Will you float the frog? Marsh Flats, fetch. Shock. Frog floats. Yeah. Soulless Jailer. That's a thing. Opponent scoops it up. I was like thinking like it feels like they're gonna play Goryos here, but like Jailer's on board, so what does it matter? Odd. Alright, I'm not gonna complain. I'll take the W. That said, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. We can keep this. We have a number of hits off the top. Writhing Chrysalis, Sowing Mycospawn, Kozilek's Command, Malevolent Rumble. Yeah, a lot of good hits. Ugin's Lab into a turn 2 Karn. Red and pass. And if return, it means that if we're up against energy, we're in a good spot. Theater, Surveil. Okay. Keeps it on top, so we don't get much information there. Well, let's play Temple, and then red, and pass. Next turn, we'll have 2, 5, 6. So we're short 1 on the breaker. Otherwise, we can play Karn, Crypt Shock for... What is this? Rakdos something. Could be Hollow One. Molten Collapse. Okay, knocks me down to 3, 4... KGC. The question now is, what do I think we're up against? I mean, Tormod's Crypt is an easy pick here that covers our bases, so I'm going to grab Tormod's Crypt. That way, if it is Hollow One, we can at least deal with, like, Detective's Phoenix and the like. Fetch. We haven't gotten that vibe yet. Theater again. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Too short of breaker. Yeah. Molten Collapse is good. So now down to 4. We have Command. Command is solid. That can help us ramp into World Breaker. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, next turn we do have Emrakul. We do got Emrakul next turn. Scalding Tarn. End step. K command X equals 2. Done. And a temple to boot. 2, 3, 4. I mean, probably just top here. Draw. Push. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Am I short? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are now short 1. Rip. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can World Breaker here instead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. I guess we'll go after an untapped red-black source. Not much else to do. Still not sure what we're up against. Hold up the ability to respond. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have Emrakul next turn guaranteed then. Oh, I see. I understand now. This is good old creativity. Well, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to Tormod script you. I'm going to cast Emrakul the Promised End. Gonna attack a World Breaker. If you don't block, lethal's on board. Yeah, I was about to say. Kind of need the block. Well, there's triple creativity persist. Thank God for that World Breaker. Bloodstainmire, main, play Bloodstain, fetch, search, fail to find, pass. Actually, can I... Hold up. Can I cast creativity for 0? No. I don't think I can. Destroy X targets. I don't think I can cast it for 0, can I? I can. Might as well cast one for 0. Okay. And pass. So double creativity persist. Take the return. And we got there. Okay, so Indomitable Creativity. Win for game 1. Alrighty. Well, I think we stick with Stonebrain Jailer. Returns are kind of okay. And once again, I'll bring in Chrysalis, cut an Aragast, and run it back. Jailer at least stops their graveyard plan of Persist. And we can attack the creativity plan with Brain. On the draw for game 2. It's a bit slow, but we can keep it. We'll pass. Scouting Tarn, fetch for a black source, seize effect, or Faithless Looting, seize effect. Take the Rumble, that would be correct. Yep. Draw, lab, imprint, talisman, pass, and pass. Bloodstained Mire, fetch, shock, and get a reunion. We have the Bojuka Bog in hand. We will play Bojuka Bog. Oh, Bojuka Bog target you. No persist plan here. Not right now at least. Talisman, pass. And pass. I mean, that was likely bait, but I don't think we could take the risk. Hooded Foothills. Paying cost for Thoughtseize. Hits nothing. I guess they wouldn't have known about the forest draw. I'll play the temple and hold up the delay to respond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we would be short if they do Archon here. Terastodon would be absolutely backbreaking though. Yeah, Dwarven Mine, do you hit the Oh, nothing. That's shocking. Devourer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I need to tap or click at least for the temple, so let's just do this. We're gonna get rid of that dwarf. Tapped, pass, and pass. I guess they were afraid of interaction, maybe? Command, seize the second forest. One, two, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Breaker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. I will get rid of the untapped crypt. And pass. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So no point in playing Emrakul right now, or rather I'm grabbing it back. Fable, yes, that's fine. Draw. There's the command, we hold that. Because that way we can interact with the persist plan as well as creativity. We do not want to attack because otherwise that gives them 2 targets, though they would be short. And potentially. If they find land, attack. Yeah, I think we just hold here and then threaten lethal with Emrakul next turn. think that is correct. All right, let's see what they end up pitching. If I remember correctly, Persist is a sorcery speed spell. Trigger on the stack. Yep. Discards 2 Terastodons. Yikes. Okay. Paying cost for Persist? Yes. So in response, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm going to exile Goblin Shaman, and exile Terastodons. That should do it. Done. And Bone scoops it up. Very good. 4-1 win for Eldrazi ramp today. Not bad. Main loss was against Amulet Titan, and that was pretty handed. A few off-meta decks in ways of Through the Breach, Goryo's Vengeance, and Indomitable Creativity. I mean, they really showed off the deck's capabilities to fend off graveyard-focused decks. So, pretty happy with that. Yeah, overall, solid league. Pretty happy with it. Trying to think if there's anything in the Amulet Titan matchup where like I could really point out a mistake, but I think it was just some rough variants. Other than that, good stuff. Well, with that being said, as always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any mistakes that I made, any lines that I missed, or just some general feedback. As much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my successes and my failures, I hope to learn from you all as well. And last but not least, we are, I think, all right, let me check. We're in a single digits away from 500. As of this recording, we are 2 subscribers away from our 500 subscriber goal. So if you did reach this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider subscribing. With that being said, folks, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!